with us in Georgia. Hussindale, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Mr. Ramsey?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
My husband, after 3 years, I'm a little late to the game, but I'm ready to join accounts with my husband into one account together.
Mm-hmm.
He's also looking into getting a house as well, which I am not comfortable with because I don't think we can afford it, but he says that we can. I have credit cards attached to my name, which is why he doesn't want to move forward with joining accounts because he doesn't want his name to be attached to credit cards. I don't have any credit card debt. It's just literally I have an excellent credit score and that's it. And I feel a little uneasy about moving forward in our Financial Peace University steps to cut on my credit cards because we're living in Savannah and I have yet to honestly look around and see what's available in that market. For the house he's looking at purchasing, it's like a $60,000 house. I'm not working right now. He's going to school. He's receiving GI disability payments from his rating and stuff like that, which is about $2,000 a month. We're honestly living off of savings, currently renting a home, but plan on moving to a smaller place so we could have a little bit more room in our budget. But I'm kind of stuck and I'm not sure how to feel better about moving forward. We are looking into following your plan for Financial Peace University. So I was wondering what insight you had on that.
Well, were you to follow our plan in Financial Peace University, you would get completely out of debt and you would chop up every single credit card. You're using credit cards as an emotional security blanket, and that is not healthy spiritually, emotionally, or financially. Somehow your credit score has given you comfort, which is a misnomer. All that means is you've borrowed a lot of money and paid it back. That's where your credit score came from. It doesn't mean that you have any money. There is no comfort in a credit score, except for your ability to go deeply in debt if something happens, which would be really stupid. So I would tell you to get on the same page, get in agreement about what your long-term plans are, under what circumstances you're both going to feel good about this. In other words, if Sharon and I are looking at something, and let's say, for instance, we'll use buying a house, and she says, I don't really want to do that. I say, yeah, I do want to do that. Well, we don't do it until we solve her reason for not wanting to do it. And if we never solve that, we don't do it. We have to have unity on major financial decisions because people who do not do that do not prosper. Nor do they prosper in their relationships, by the way. This sounds very obstinate, that the way you are towards each other, the language that you used towards the way you're addressing each other, it sounds like it's very, it's not like we're trying to win together. It's more like I want what I want and I want what I want. And that's not a good sign for you guys. So I would tell you to sit down and say, okay, we both have a goal of owning a house someday. I think we can agree to that. We both have a goal of being on the same page and being in agreement. What is keeping us from doing those two things? Well, he's uncomfortable with your stupid use of the credit cards, and you're uncomfortable that he's moving towards a house that you don't feel good, like you guys are ready for right now. And so you guys got to solve those things in order to move forward, because otherwise you're just going to stay at each other's throats all the time. Now, we would put you on a written budget that both of you are combining your finances and working together towards your goals. The goals we teach are baby step goals. The first one is $1,000 saved. The second one is your debt-free everything but your house. And the third one is finish your emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. Now, if you had no credit cards and you had a budget that you were operating on and you felt comfortable that everything was okay with a debit card because you had money, because there's money in the budget that you had a say-so over, the two of you have combined your incomes, you've combined your goals, and you had $10,000 or $15,000 sitting there for an emergency fund, and then you saved up a down payment, well, buying a home would be kind of a no-brainer at that point, and you'd be in a good shape to do that. The problem is you've got all these tattered ends to this conversation, and as long as those tattered ends are there, none of this is going to feel good. Your behavior with credit cards isn't going to feel good to him. His wanting to push you to buy a house you don't feel ready for. You don't feel heard. You don't feel like your vote counts. in the way that y'all are handling the discussions, and you're not going to feel comfortable with that. And all of those are valid concerns. So you've got to learn to work through those things and get on the same page and work together if you want to prosper. Hope that helps you.